good people, guess what time it is? Time for the Three Black Guys
The
show.
three guys. The three guys.
Yo,
Tres
tonight.
negros.
Oh, really? Oh. He fancy with
Oh, there you go. Hey man, let me get started early
it. Go
by
ahead, man.
saying,
Go ahead.
okay, all right. Don't you pick up no more cats on this video, man. Don't you pick up no more cats on this video. How you gonna be the angry black guy picking up cats? Don't no.
That's the sensitive
Listen,
side.
man, my cat likes being on camera. Okay, he didn't got used to it,
Hey
and
man.
and so when I'm filming and he know I'm filming, he like to try to
Hey
be on the camera.
man.
I'm just glad he got
Hey,
the strobe
man.
light down. He's not giving people epileptic fits anymore.
He cut
Oh,
it down.
it's up there. It's just I just got it. You know what I'm saying? It's you can't really see it. You can just see the light a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
See, we have yet to introduce ourselves. We just off in the
just
They
show.
know who we are.
Right.
And,
I'm
and,
Stephen
and,
Myers.
and you peeking. Who are you? Who are you?
Stephen Myers.
Yes, it says your name on the screen.
Yeah, a little bit.
Who are you down there, Mister? I pick up cats.
Oh, I'm James.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm Mario with my Christmas sweatsuit on.
Yeah, you little.
And
I thought you was like Run DMC ish. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
lucky I don't have on my terry cloth Kangol on y'all. I will
Right.
be
You know what I'm
LL
saying?
in this piece. I came
But
home from
tonight,
work,
guys-
wrenched off, as the old folks say.
Rank
I
around, rank
just
it off.
threw on something.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started on some stuff, man.
Turn your mic up.
Turn my mic up. I can't turn it up no more.
You can't. Oh,
How
it's
about
very
that?
low. It's low. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Uh-oh. Is that better?
Mm.
I lost my mic, yo.
Oh, you didn't? We still here.
Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah, we
anyway,
still
man.
got you.
As you can tell, guys, it is a strange night tonight. As of this taping of this particular show, we
Well,
have
you
had
know,
the,
you got some stuff
Democratic
going on.
fiasco in Ohio, in Iowa.
What's
Oh,
happening,
man.
Steve? Say it again.
The Democratic fiasco in Iowa.
Iowa.
That is the caucus, and we have the president currently on TV.
So
Telling lies,
Telling
pitching
lies.
lies.
before we get into this fool over here lying, we got to talk about the Democrats who wanted to use an untested mobile app
Untested.
to count the votes. To count the votes for the Iowa caucus.
I mean, I
An
swear,
untested.
Untested. They gave it to the folk Friday.
right?
The Dems wanted to.
They gave it to them Friday and told them, y'all figure it out.
Right.
So they have the caucus. They do all this stuff, and they say the app shut down on them.
It broke on. And then check this out. Check this out. The helpline broke.
The helpline broke.
They got inundated with calls that it broke the helpline, the help desk line.
So right now,
The Republicans set the app up.
No.
we can't put that
I'm
on
gonna blame it on the Republicans. The Republicans set this app up purposely for it to crash.
So the Republicans did that.
The Republicans did it.
I
Okay,
can't
all right.
blame Republicans on this.
Not on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, not on this one. The Democrats just kind of slaughtered themselves with this one.
I
man.
mean, dude, they are the epitome of watching the Bad News Bears in live action. I'm serious, man. They can't win despite themselves, in spite themselves, whatever them spikes you want to use.
Right. Oh, they get to the finish line and slow down, and the person comes behind them and passes them.
Dude,
It's embarrassing.
It's sad. It's embarrassing. Now, this company called the Shadow, it's called Shadow something. The app they used.
Yeah,
Supposed to
Shadow Box
tabulate.
or something like that. Yeah,
Huh?
Shadow something.
Yeah. It's supposed to tabulate all the caucus votes to make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
And as of right now, we don't know who won the Iowa caucus. Surprisingly, Pete, make sure I get this right. Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
No, not Buttigieg.
Yes, it is.
Booty check.
No, it's Buttigieg.
It's
Booty
Buttigieg.
check. It's what Pete Booty.
I tell you what,
Close enough. Hey,
the former mayor of South Bend, Indiana. Let's just leave it like that.
Pete Booty.
Him.
Pete Buttigieg, as of right now, is leading with over, at this point, I believe 70% of the votes are in.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take it, man. Like I was saying before, Biden's own arrogance killed him.
Mm.
He figured he had to vote. He figured, you know what I'm saying, that he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't been doing nothing. He ain't been talking about nothing for real, and it showed, man.
It absolutely showed.
It showed. Them folk. I mean, honestly, with him being fourth down in this thing.
Yes, it was Buttigieg, Bernie,
Elizabeth
Warren,
Warren,
and
then
Biden.
And then him.
Right.
He was trying to ride on his Obama fame.
I just said that.
And it wasn't.
And
talking
I
about
think
that earlier.
I think at this point, man, he doesn't stand a chance for the nomination at all.
At all.
What
What you think, Mario? You think he got a chance? You think he can pull it out?
No, not if he's fourth down. Nah, I think he sat, like you said, he sat on his laurels.
Right.
And hoping that his Obama fame would
carry
carry and would do it for him. And
right.
Man hadn't put out any kind of
no
campaign,
plan, nothing. You know what I mean? He just like, hey, I'm Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden.
Right, I'm Cool Joe. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And,
Obama.
You can't do that. Not with the opponent that he's got to go up against. He's got to be smarter than that guy. Not that it would take much, but he's got to be smarter than that guy.
Yeah,
it is funny watching the Dems sit on the right. It's funny every time. What's his name? Vice President stands up.
Oh, Pence.
Pence stands up, and then they do a pan of the crowd. Everybody's over here standing, roaring applause. Everybody over here is just sitting on it. That's hilarious, boy.
Pelosi's face throughout this whole ordeal is just hilarious.
I love
her. She is killing me up there. She making all kinds of faces. I'm waiting for her to give him the finger behind his back.
I want her to do another one of these.
Right. She hadn't shown out today. When they got all these fake folk up here crying and shedding these fake tears and that they recognizing for one reason or the other. What you crying?
Yeah.
That Rush Limbaugh thing though. I know we weren't gonna talk about it tonight, y'all, but I guess it's
Let's talk about it.
Rush Limbaugh is the most racist.
Come on, set it up.
Newscaster and mouthpiece for the Republican Party.
Come on, boy.
And they love it.
Ever heard in my life this man? And I won't talk about him because I know he's suffering with stage 4 cancer, but he ain't dead yet.
You won't talk about him, I will. Good.
That's all I can say.
You know what? Karma is a BYTCH up in here.
That man's sick. You can't talk about that man.
Yes, I can.
He's sick.
And your point,
man. You can't
all of the hate he spewed when he was well. This is what you get. Do I feel bad? No.
That man's
sick.
Get
what you deserve. It is what it is. Nickel. I'm sorry. He get what he deserved, man. I'm sorry. You know, you're supposed to have a forgiving heart. I'm gonna leave that to y'all minister. I ain't got time for all that, man. The hate that you spewed is what you got back. And no, I don't like to revel in people's misery.
Right.
But in this case, you get what you got. It is what it is.
Well, You know, Rush,
And,
man.
and
You
pray
know,
for me.
Rush, yeah, he's been a character over the years, man. He been something else. But I don't. If you look at the people who backed him though, like they pushed, people loved him so much they pushed him. I
Mhm.
mean, if you think about all the people that was listening to his radio show and stuff, man. I mean, you talking about millions of people. Like this dude's ratings were off the chain. And my thing is that if we look beyond Rush Limbaugh
Mhm.
and look at your neighbor or your coworker in the cubicle next to you, who you know what I'm saying, who like listening to him, man, Rushton created a legacy. The only difference is that these people ain't as bold as he is.
A legacy steeped in.
Of course, it's steeped in hate and racism.
There you go.
Of course. But hey,
So you got all of that hate and racism back. It has come back in the form of cancer.
Mm.
boy, you something else.
I'm just saying, bro. Look,
Boy,
you can't put that out there in the universe and it not come back to you like
you're
that.
right.
You know what I'm
I agree
saying?
with you.
What you put out comes back to you. It manifests things that it's stuff like that manifests itself.
I agree. I 100% agree.
So
Okay,
you threw that.
So
Go
here's
ahead.
the Medal of Freedom. This is what the Medal of Freedom is supposed to represent. Y'all ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
The Medal of Freedom is bestowed by the President of the United States.
Mhm.
The Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Gold Medal are the highest civilian awards of the United States. Pardon me. The Presidential Medal seeks to recognize those people who have made an especially what's the word here? Contribution, an enormous contribution to the security or national interest of the United States, world peace, cultural, or significant public or private endeavors.
Oh, they gonna kill him tomorrow for that. Woo! These news outlets gonna kill him for that.
Yes. So I want to know, where did
Oh
these
man.
fit in? I want to know what culture. I guess that would just be the conservative Republican culture. And we're gonna
Well,
talk about
Trump gonna say he the president and he can do what he want to do. He can give it to who he want to give it to. Nah, what you gonna do about it?
dude.
He gave it to him. He got it now. He gave it to him. It's over with. Ain't nothing. It's his.
What's
He-
what?
That's what Trump's answer gonna be, because I'm the president and I can give it to who I want to give it to.
Don't worry. I wonder how Trump's is gonna manifest. What's gonna happen with you, old Donald?
Wow, dude, come on, man.
It is what it is. Hey, man, I'm telling you, hatred, bigotry, and division, all of that stuff you sending out there, nigga, it has to come back. It has to manifest as something. It's gonna manifest.
Well, how do we know it hadn't already manifested? Like the dude didn't. I mean, dude got like a lot of failed businesses. He done been in some trouble. I mean,
Okay.
you know.
So
Okay.
here are some of the past recipients of the Medal of Freedom.
Uh-huh.
The Medal of Freedom.
All right,
Right.
you ready?
Let's go. Let's see the company he keeps.
Tiger Woods,
Tiger Woods. Tiger
Babe
Woods.
Ruth,
Babe Ruth.
Roger Staubach,
Roger Staubach.
Michael Jordan,
MJ.
Alan Page,
Alan Page.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem the Dream Abdul-Jabbar.
These are just some of the athletes.
Come on.
Arnold Palmer,
Arnold Palmer. I like that drink. Go ahead.
person, man.
I know.
Joe Biden,
Joe done sat on my laurels and fourth down in the Democratic thing, Biden.
Jackie Robinson,
Jackie the Man
Hank
Robinson.
Aaron,
Hank Aaron. Come on, boy.
Billie Jean King,
Billie Jean King, tennis.
Bill Russell,
Bill Russell.
Awful lot of black folks in this group.
Come on up in there.
Arthur. That's a lot of black. Bill
Arthur
Russell,
Ashe. Were you about to say Arthur Ashe?
Arthur Ashe,
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby,
See,
Bob
Mr.
Hope,
Jello Pudding. Huh? Bob Hope,
Bob Hope,
the nose.
John Wayne,
John,
and
how are
Jesse
you?
Jackson.
Nobody did a John Wayne impersonation since the 70s.
Oh, but those are just some of the sports figures. I'm trying to find some other.
And then Rush Limbaugh. All of those great names. And then who? Rush Limbaugh.
Well, he's great in that circle.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on that. I'm gonna
Ellen DeGeneres, Robert De Niro, Richie Garwin. I don't know who that is. Bill and Melinda Gates.
The Gateses
Now, how you gonna go from the Gateses
to Rush Limbaugh.
to Rush Limbaugh?
You gotta. So what you gotta look at though are the presidents that gave him out.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Diana
That-
Ross. Sorry.
Miss Ross.
Diana Ross.
Reach out and
When
touch
did
somebody's
when did she
hand.
get it?
Obama. Who you
I
think?
was finna say.
You can
I-
kind
I-
of tell what it,
Right. That's what.
what era this came in and who get it right. Come on now. So I guess if that be the case with the current
Cicely
president
Tyson.
that we have,
That's Rush Limbaugh would be the
then Rush
guy.
Limbaugh would line up with
You right.
yeah.
You are right in
Yeah.
that regard, sir.
So
Yeah.
let's be happy for Rush. Congratulations.
Oh, I'm not gonna be happy until
Congratulations, Rush Limbaugh, on your medal.
On your medal for being racist and bigoted.
And it's the medal of what?
Freedom.
Honor? Freedom. He's free to say what he want to say.
So I didn't know that Trump declined to shake Nancy Pelosi's hand.
Why would he bet not shake her hand?
Why?
Really? He declined what at the beginning of this
Yeah.
when he came out? Okay. So I missed the beginning of it.
Man, Nancy beat him put her hand. He better not shake her hand. I wouldn't have shook her hand either if I was him.
Why?
Man,
Can't you show that you bigger than this?
no, man. Nancy kind of mean.
Oh, no.
Like Nancy, man. Like Nancy, she looked like she'll fight for real. Like I think she'll fight. Like physically fight. Like I believe like if Trump say the wrong thing, like right now, she'll slap the piss out of him in the back of his head. Like, I really believe that. I mean, she looked like one of them old white ladies, man. Like you can't run up on her talking about give me your purse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Probably cut you.
right.
Yeah.
she ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? I think Trump need to tread lightly because she's looked at him with some looks like if I can just catch you slipping.
Let me catch you slipping one time.
One good time.
Right.
One time.
Like I think he did right. He might want to keep his distance. Like if I was him, she couldn't even sit behind me. Like she would have to be in the front somewhere where I can keep my eye on her.
Oh boy.
I cannot wait till the fact checkers come out tomorrow.
Oh, they fact checking him now.
Oh, I'm sure
They
they
getting it
are.
already.
Right. They're doing their homework right now.
I can't
And tomorrow they coming out.
Already. You know them NPR reporters, they do it real time, man.
Right.
See?
They do it real time. They don't play at all. Every time, every word that come out his mouth, somebody fact check. They getting it straight. Come morning edition tomorrow, they gonna eat him up.
Yes, sir.
They gonna eat him up. I'm ready for it. Like I'm gonna have Alexa playing NPR first thing in the morning, baby. Let's get it going.
All right.
But but the State of the Union though for any president is their time to shine. It's their bragging time. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
time for me to say, look at me, look at what I've done. Even if I've really done that much. Look at me, look at what I've done. The only thing is that like when you look at Trump, like he just spews out arrogance. I mean, he is talking like he has just changed the world. Do you hear me? Like
he's definitely changed the face of the United States.
I agree.
Past presidents have, talked about some major things they've done and some things, but this dude talking like he has literally just changed the world, man, for the better. And
Right.
it's like, dude, I mean, have you not paid attention? Don't nobody like you in the world at all.
You can't tell
You know,
him that.
even the people, your boy, Netanyahu, he don't like you.
Really?
No, man, Netanyahu don't like that man. Netanyahu ain't never liked nobody. Trump ain't no different.
Oh my
He's one of
God.
those people. He gonna butter up to the person who's gonna give him the things that he wants.
Right.
That's all that is, man. He ain't never. I don't think he likes nothing about America. Period.
Right.
But he gonna butter up to the person that's gonna cater to him. So, his Russian buddy over there, Putin.
Don't
Poutine.
care nothing about him, dude.
Poutine.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Of course
Putin
not.
with him for what he can get out of him, dude.
I mean,
Say that again.
Said Putin is only with him for what he can get out of him.
that's what they
course.
are with him for. And
Yeah.
Trump constantly throwing people under the bus. Constantly throwing folk under the bus.
No,
man.
he's the most loyal person in the world, remember?
Is that what they say?
That's what he said. He said he's the most loyal person.
Is that the lie they tell me? Okay.
Man, please.
Check this out. In other news,
Mm-hmm.
did you guys hear about Dylan Ruth wanting to appeal his sentencing?
He want to do what?
Wants to appeal his sentencing.
What was he sentenced to?
I think, didn't he get the death? He got the death sentence, didn't he? Let me read this. Dylan Ruth believed he'd be freed from prison after a race war.
Right.
Attorneys say in appeal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading from CNN. The white nationalist convicted of killing 9 people at a historically black church in Charleston, South Carolina. Between his prison sentence was irrelevant because he would be freed after a coming race war, his attorney said and filed. So basically, old boy thought that he would be freed from prison by white nationalists.
Mm-hmm.
Before any ruling came down.
This is the reason why I never wanted to be a lawyer.
Why is that?
Because as his lawyer, you have to get up there and say that stupid stuff. because he's hired you. You know what I'm saying? And so, or you've been assigned to him as a public defender or whatever.
Right.
So because that's your profession,
right,
you gotta stand in front of people and look serious and say that. And like as an attorney, you gotta be thinking to yourself, like, I cannot believe I'm actually saying this.
Right.
Like
Right.
I just don't believe it at all. But you ain't got no choice.
But this is an example of white privilege gone wrong. You know, I think he thought when he already said he thought that he'd be freed by white nationalists before anything went down. You know, and then the fact that, you know, when they arrested the cat, they stopped and got him some fast food. Some Burger King. You know, so now he didn't get the answer that he wanted.
The man was hungry. They had to get him something to eat.
No, bro. No.
Would they stop for you if they arrested you?
Of course not.
If you walked in a white midweek service and shot 9 good white folk,
bro, listen, I done got a traffic ticket and then went to jail and didn't eat for 2 days. We ain't even gonna talk about killing nobody. We talking about a traffic ticket.
Oh boy, man.
I messed around and they got me for not having a driver's license. I ain't eat for 2 days.
You didn't eat for 2 days.
I couldn't even get jailhouse food for 2 days.
They didn't give you no jailhouse food, bro.
Right. So, you know, if I killed somebody, I might get something.
No.
Oh, wow.
You would live past the arrest.
You know, it's listen, man, you know, brother, hold that back up. Hold that back up. What you drinking out there? Hold that back up there. Okay.
What's
Okay.
in there?
Myers lemonade.
Well, if you
Myers
say so.
Ultimate Lemonade.
If you say so, I mean, it's in a wine glass. I'm just saying, you know.
Hey man, the best for the best, boss.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the Orange Man has gone off TV now.
Oh, he done?
Hey, he done.
Okay, that's good.
Back to your regular scheduled programming.
Now back to
That's
just the
good.
regular live.
So,
Yes, go ahead, brother.
got to talk about my man Jay-Z.
Let's talk about Jay-Z.
Jay Zizzle.
I got to talk
Hove.
about Jay-Z.
The whole
Okay.
Hove.
So, and this is why I got to talk about Jay-Z. Jay-Z is another fickle Negro.
Why ain't fickle, man?
Well, he hijacked the Colin Kaepernick thing.
right.
He hijacked it.
He hijacked it. And let me and let me,
Yeah, I'm gonna need some explaining. Explain.
so Colin was kneeling because of police brutality amongst black people.
Say it one more time for the people. who
Colin
don't-
was kneeling
was taking a knee during the national anthem.
because of police brutality to black people.
You might want to say
Right.
that one more time.
One more time. One more
One
time.
more
Okay.
time.
All right. Colin Kaepernick was kneeling during the national anthems because of police brutality to black people.
Is that what he was doing?
Not disservice. Not trying to spite people who have fought for the flag and all of this other stuff.
No.
He
None
was
of that.
kneeling in
None of that.
protest of police brutality to black folk. Okay.
people.
Because everybody gonna, certain people gonna make it about.
But they're stupid, so we ain't gonna worry about that.
All right, I was just saying.
So
Lester Holt, my man, bass player.
um
You know that, did you?
so here comes Jay-Z, okay? Who a lot of black people looked at the savior of this whole thing
Oh my.
because the NFL blackballed Colin and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I do believe Colin was blackballed a little bit, but I also believe that you cannot be a mediocre quarterback and be controversial. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Wow.
We ain't gonna
think he
talk
was
about
little-
that.
I think he was a little better than mediocre, but go ahead.
I would say that too, man. And I'm not a big sports guy, but I
Okay,
polled
if y'all,
the-
okay.
We're not a sports show, but let's keep moving.
I got you. So here comes Jay-Z, all right, partnering with the NFL. And everybody thought that this thing was just going to be better at this point. Now, I want you to understand that Jay-Z has not to this date spoken about police brutality to black people. Okay? He has not mentioned that. All right. Jay-Z keeps talking about reform. All right, reform of the NFL. This money he got the NFL that they're going to donate, $100 million to police reform and community relations and police relations and all that kind of stuff. And they want to keep using this word minorities. Colin was not kneeling because of police brutality to minorities. Colin was kneeling because of police brutality to black
to
people.
black people
Black-
As
specifically.
long as we keep saying minorities, black and brown, and all that kind of stuff, we negate the whole purpose of what Colin was kneeling for. Yes, Hispanics and other people go through their issues. That's fine. Now, you had the Super Bowl. Everybody was so hyped because you had two Latino ladies doing their thing.
Mhm.
Not to slight them at all. They had a platform and they wanted to express themselves. That's
Mhm.
fine.
Mhm.
How often do other races use their platforms for us?
Mm.
How often do other races, because black people, they always tell us we gotta talk about everybody, other minorities and all that. But
Mhm.
how often do the other minorities do that for us? So my thing, the
very
reason
little.
why I say Jay-Z hijacked it is because he has not addressed the issue that Colin was kneeling for in the first place. So you got him a workout with the NFL. Once again, it goes back to these white people throw us crumbs and we jump at it.
Come on now.
We jump at it. So they gave him a workout. Man, still sitting at home though.
Still sitting at home.
Nobody called. Nobody wanted him to come work out again or come talk to
Okay,
us.
what was the whole controversy about? You know, and like I said, I'm not a big sports guy, but I kind of kept my ear to the ground a little bit. But he had the workout, but like the day of the workout, didn't he change locations and all of that stuff? It was some
No,
controversy
they didn't change
around.
it. They did it. They did it in a. It was a private type deal, and so I guess people wanted it to be more public. I guess was the problem. But Colin was actually trying to, you know, he was trying to get a job. You know what I'm saying? The man wants to play for the NFL. Why, I don't know. But the man wants to play for the NFL. At this point, if I was him, man, bump y'all. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to, he wants, you know, and y'all might get mad at me, but he you know, he begging to go back to Massa House. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just feel like it ain't necessary. We got enough black billionaires around here, man. Why can't we start a league?
Why can't we start a league?
Why all this money that Jay-Z got? So you want to partner with Massa? Well, let me rephrase that. You want to think you partnering with Massa? Try to make some reform. And try to make some change.
Get him, Mario. Get him.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
All right.
Why don't we start our own league? Why don't we do all of that stuff? Is easier said than done. Do you really think they're gonna let black folk pool their money? And listen to how I say what I say. You really think they're gonna let black folk pool their money and start a whole nother league?
They let Tyler Perry build one of the biggest movie studios in the world.
He did that on his own property that he purchased.
Why can't that be done also for?
I think that'll be blocked at every turn. If you're gonna try to make another league that tries to compete with the NFL,
yeah, it ain't gonna be no easy road.
It's not gonna be easy. But
think about this. Say if a league was started and there was a franchise team that came to your state that's gonna bring in X amount of billions of dollars to your state to play, because now if you got enough money, you're gonna get dope players.
Right.
You're gonna get what?
You're gonna get really good players.
Gotcha.
He's you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get these kids from the SWAC who don't have a chance to make it to the NFL because they in the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? Because not many SWAC players make it to the NFL.
I mean, I feel you,
but listen to me now. You get your a franchise team in your city, in your state, making you X amount of dollars. The dollar is gonna talk.
I mean, so what's the alternative though? I mean, do we keep teaching our kids to just go deal with Massa because we can't have our own? If my son is playing football, do I just keep telling him, listen, man, you know, you just go to the NFL, man, and let these folks run you and tell you what you can and cannot do. Tell you got to stand up for this song when everybody at home sitting down for it. Okay. But you there, so you got to stand up, man. And I don't think if there's no other alternative, if that's the alternative, then why even say anything about it? Why, if it's gonna be difficult for us to start our own, because as long as we deal with them and their rules,
so that means now you have to somehow or another start have a team in every state of the not every state, but because every state does not have a football team, correct? In enough states to have a league to compete against, so for them to compete against each other.
That we can spend trillions of dollars in retail shopping, but we don't have the money to start a football league.
You have to pool. You have to get, like you just said, the trillions of dollars the billions of trillions of dollars that we spend as a culture. How are we going to focus that money and pool it? You understand what I'm saying? There has to be some practical steps.
I get you.
To get there.
Like I say, this isn't something that could happen tomorrow. It would take some steps in the process. But my thing is, nobody's even talking about the process. We still talking about, listen, we still talking about reform in 2020. We still talking about trying to sit at the table in 2020. We still talking about trying to be included in 2020. It ain't happened yet. What makes you think it's going to happen now? Why did people think because Jay-Z got involved, all of a sudden, everything was going to change?
I never thought that. But I also understand that his involvement, things don't change overnight in that aspect either. You understand what I'm saying? This is the first season that he's worked with whatever he's doing.
Keep talking about the actual reason this man was kneeling. Don't change it up or try to sound politically correct. That's what's killed us. That's what killed the civil rights movement. They fought and did all that for a civil rights act, and it was hijacked because they talk about minorities instead of black people.
Right. And that's how they keep watering down Black Lives Matter with
all lives matter.
So then the black part of that gets washed to the back.
And what has happened is
dealt with anymore.
What's happened is you got these corn-fed Negroes who done jumped on the bandwagon of it. All lives matter. Why can't I say a Black Life Matter? Why is that controversial? Why does that spark a debate?
Because we all matter. We're all children of the Lord. All right, y'all, we got to take a break. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll finish up on this and we'll talk to y'all in a minute. Three Black Guys Show. We got some commercials coming at you. Daylight and Myers Ultimate Lemonade and Treats. And also we got to talk about that new embroidery company that's on the come up. All right, we'll be back in just a minute, y'all.
This ain't your mama's ordinary dessert.
Boom, and we're back. Just like that. Boom, and we're back. Just like that.
Wow.
Boom, and we're back. Just like that. What's up, y'all?
Boy, you must have had a cup of coffee or something after break.
He had some Myers Ultimate Lemonade.
Yeah, okay, my bad. Some Myers Ultimate Lemonade.
That's right.
That's what he.
So it's not just lemonade; it's ultimate lemonade.
Ultimate lemonade. It's beyond the regular lemonade.
Right.
Ultimate.
It's ultimate.
Okay.
Lemon, yeah.
I had an uncle that used to drink an ultimate drink all the time too.
Coke 45 don't count.
Huh?
Coke 45 don't
Oh,
count.
okay. All right. I'm just saying.
Malt liquor don't count, player.
So before we go back, we got to mention Nancy Pelosi ripping up the speech, y'all.
Yep. Old Nancy. Old Nancy.
My baby.
That's your
Nancy
baby.
ain't
My
playing.
boo.
She ripping the speech up while he giving his thank yous and
See, but to me,
kudos.
man, here's my problem. Here's
What's
my
your
problem.
I'm listening. I hear that.
We got these evangelicals, these
Mhm.
high horse, moral high ground people.
Here we go.
Mhm.
Here we go.
We got these people who love the Lord and they go to church every Sunday.
Lies. It's
And
all
they-
a
and they-
political
and they
ploy.
sing their hymns and they go to church with they blue shirts and khakis on.
Mhm. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
And yet they have a problem with a woman
Mhm.
ripping the speech, but don't have a problem with a man, a confessed,
Come on.
listen to me now, a confessed genital grabber, a confessed adulterer.
So,
I'm not done yet. Let me finish. In the office, liar.
I'm finna defend the man. Come on.
He's lying in the highest office. He's
Uh-huh,
abusing
come on.
his power. It has been shown and proven.
And he has been impeached.
He has been impeached. He has given the Medal of Freedom to a bigot and a racist.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a problem
With her tearing a speech up.
because she tore up a speech. Now you can't be high-horsed and high-minded, thinking that this is disgusting and repudiated about tearing up a speech. Yet your president is the most morally
bankrupt person on the
bankrupt person in the office that has ever held the
Come
office.
on, sir.
So how can
in our lifetime,
evangelicals who might watch, put it in the comments, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. How can you truly call yourself
wait a minute,
a Christian?
So let's
and
be
yet
fair.
you let this man, this moralist, bankrupt person,
come on, somebody,
call him your leader. Somebody
James?
answer me. Riddle
Come
me
on.
this.
Come on,
Batman.
James.
So listen.
Come on, James.
People, even his supporters, a lot of them expressed their concern with that statement that he made when he said he wanted, just grab him by the ussy. Okay. They expressed concern about that and everything else.
But they did nothing about it.
Right.
Well, you got to understand though what they wanted. These people were hollering for because I heard them say it, an unpresidential president.
So then
I heard that too.
Now you are all up in arms about a rip speech?
Well, that's the double standard of Americans, period. That's just the double standard of the attitude we have in this country. So, like the person that I like, and that's with both sides now, the person that I like can do or say whatever, and it's okay. The people that I don't like can't do anything to that, because then it's going to be disrespectful. So that's just how it works in this country. So of course she tears up the paper and wait a minute, let me put this out there too. I need to put this out there. Nancy, if you're listening, baby, come.
You like a mole, don't you, boy?
Baby, come
right. Hey, that's beyond a cougar.
Ooh, she's a saber-tooth tiger.
Let me tell you something. Did you see how sexy she ripped up that thing?
Did
you see how sexy she ripped up that thing, though?
Hey, that's a saber-tooth tiger.
Saber-tooth tiger, boy. She is stink. How old are you? She's so old. She is stink.
Like I'm gonna try to put up some of them faces she made on the screen right here, so y'all can see how sexy she was with it.
All right.
Like Nancy has a level of petty that is unmatched.
Unmatched.
Okay.
I love it.
I mean, that's right. But anyway, what I was saying was,
come on.
That's the double standard of this country. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the guy that they like, their president, excuse me, our president.
I'm sorry.
There you go again.
I'm sorry. You almost made me curse.
Our president,
your president,
that they love oh so much, can do and say things to get away with it. I mean, the guy's about to get acquitted of calling another country and saying, "Hey, I got this money you want, but I ain't gonna give it to you until you check out what's going on with old boy." They okay with that. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that they don't like the fact that this lady tore up a speech, a piece of paper.
Let me go on record and say, I am so freaking sick of politics. I'm so freaking tired of my party, your party. I'm so sick of all of this BS, man. I just want to live. I want to go to work, make money, support my family, buy a few things that I want here and there. Live and die in peace. But all of this BS that's going on now, man, is getting on my nerves. And it really ain't nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. It's going to happen. It's going to happen generation after generation. This is the ebb and flow of American politics.
Right.
Ain't nothing fixing to change. And I said fixing to. I know that's country.
Yeah, you said fixing.
But nothing is going to change, man. So we get a Democrat in office next year, hopefully, or this year. Hopefully.
Man, I'm glad you said that. So that goes back to what we've said in previous shows. We got to do for ourselves. 100%, period. Mm-hmm. As long as we keep depending on this political stuff and the government, let me tell you something. I made money when George Bush Jr. was in office. Made good amount of money.
Johnny Bush.
Good amount of money.
The C student.
Obama took office. I was homeless for a little while.
That wasn't Obama's fault.
Trump get in office. I'm making money. So all I'm saying is that it don't matter.
It's benefiting you to be a Republican, is what it sounds like.
No, the point is that it don't matter. We control what we do.
You know, that's been my old man's theory. He said, I don't care who in office, I'm gonna make money.
Right.
And that's been his theory for the longest, because their being in office doesn't have an effect on what I do day to day.
Come on, man, I need to holler at your daddy.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Me and him sit down and have some show enough conversation.
So let me ask this question. It's okay that we're making money, but the country is going to heck in a handbasket.
Going to hell in a handbasket. You can say hell, Steve. Hell is a place.
Let's look at the process though. So if I fix myself, right, I can in turn fix my family, correct? If I fix my family, I can fix the community. All right. If I fix the community, then I can fix the neighborhood.
So you got to,
then I can
keep going.
And then it trickles. But the problem is we have to be
No. Let's go back. See, at the point of democracy, and we had talked about this before, that it benefits you. But oftentimes when it comes to democracy and it comes to capitalism and it benefits you, what you talk about a trickle. Now, this happened during the Reagan years. We're going to talk about the Reagan years and the trickle-down theory.
Trickle-down,
Okay.
We see how good that worked when we talked about welfare mothers.
That's because the people weren't really willing to do it.
These were good Christian people. Finish his point. Quit trying to cut him
These
off
were
at the
good
face.
Christian Americans. With the trickle down theory, if I do good, then my family does good, then my church does good, then my community does good. Now, did this work? This theory that you come up with, did it work during the Reagan economic years? Come on.
Reaganomics.
Come on.
Of course not.
So then once again, my question is, just because we're making money, does it really benefit the country?
Yes.
I'm about to go. I'll see y'all later.
And let me tell you, let me tell you, well,
it benefits me. It benefits me, and then it keeps me spending money, keeping money in circulation.
Let me say this. It should. Okay. Let me say that. Now I understand people don't have the mentality that I have. See, because I went through what I went through, there's no way I can sit and watch other people go through it without helping. And I ain't talking about helping a little bit. Like literally, I've helped people get a place to stay. I've made sure people got a way to work. I've made sure this is something that I have to do. Like I don't take the little small bit of success that I have, and I do consider it success because of where I came from. The problem is that we now live in a time where we want to mind our own business, we want to stay in our own lane, and we just want to do for self.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in doing for self, the purpose of doing for self is so I can help other people do for self.
That doesn't happen in America hardly anymore.
We've lost that. What James is saying, we've lost that community.
So how do we get it back?
Community.
We need a leader.
A leader.
Huh?
You had a leader. Obama was that leader. According to y'all, that's what y'all said.
We did have a leader in Obama, but we also had a Congress and a House that blocked every move that he was trying to make.
Every move he made, they blocked.
So now we can't say that about Obama because
no. So we don't. So what you're saying is we don't need a leader. We need a perfect government.
No, we can't get a perfect government. I'm not saying we can have.
So why even worry about him? Why even worry about him?
So my thing is if we have somebody that is morally deficit leading country can only lead the country into moral deficit.
So we had somebody who was very morally wonderful, but he was still blocked. You see what I'm saying? So
because of the moral deficit.
But what I'm saying is, then what difference does it make? Then why should we even worry about the leader? Why should we even worry about that?
Now we're gonna talk about biblical principles now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, you know what we've been talking about what flows from the top flows down.
But
okay.
All right. But you're talking about biblical principle about
we're not a Christian nation.
No, we're not. I don't care what they say.
So there are Christians here, but
no, I don't care what they say. There's nothing about the history of this country that says anything Christian. I don't care how they want to try to reword it or flop it. It sounds good. One nation under God, individual. That sounds really good. But man, please. This country is full of violence and hate and war of its own people. We ain't want to talk about folks in other countries,
right?
Of its own people,
right?
So it's.
I'm just saying. I just don't think because the end would justify the means, the end of getting money and benefiting myself.
But you got to fix yourself before you can help anybody.
Say that.
You got to fix yourself before you can help anybody.
That's true.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's true. But it does not justify the man lying. It does not justify him helping his own self with this whole thing in Ukraine. It does not justify the grabbing of the genitals. It does not. Are you telling me that the dollar has justified everything this man is doing to our country?
Once again, and we've had this talk before, you keep trying to apply logic to Donald J. Trump.
To an illogical person.
Listen. I'm not trying to apply logic. I'm just trying to apply just pure human beingness.
To Donald J. Trump.
He is a human being.
You can't apply none of that to Donald Trump.
But can I try to help those who support him come back to their right mind?
You can try. You're going to get beat up.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. People that support Trump are left of center anyway. And then too, Steve, you have people who like chaos for the sake of chaos. You understand what I'm saying in that situation? He's the turmoil around him. Some people just like chaos for the sake of chaos. They don't matter who's in office. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I understand, brother. But it's killing the country. It's also having yahoos go grab their guns and show up downtown and getting ready for a race war. It applies to a white boy walking to a church, shooting up 9 people. All this, it trickles down. Yeah, it trickles down to where we have more police brutality.
I got you.
It trickles down. We have more black people in jail. It trickles down, and we have more violence from white people in the past 3 years than we've had in the past in our modern civilization. It trickles down. But just because we get money, it's okay.
Are you asking?
That was
Because
rhetorical.
okay. I was gonna say, because listen, it's getting money is not the answer, okay? But there's nothing I can do unless I have the resources to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta go out here, and with me, I've always said it ain't about the money. Like I could care less about it. It's a tool that I'm using, and I'm using that tool to try to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
And these people may not exactly have the mindset that I have, so I have to at least get them in a certain place to where they can then begin to learn. Because while they broke, they ain't trying to hear nothing but get me not being broke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One of the main reasons why Jesus fed folks, man. They weren't gonna listen to him while they were hungry. When you go home after a hard day work and your wife start talking to you, you ain't paying no attention to what that lady's saying until you get something in your stomach because you hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, everything she say now start to make sense and you start to get it. But so my thing is this: getting the money isn't the answer. People think it is. People like Donald Trump think it is. They think that's the way to make this country better by just giving. Obama even tried it with the whole stimulus
package.
with the stimulus thing. The problem was, what he didn't recognize then was that Bush had jacked up things so much, didn't nobody spend the money.
But that's why he had to get a stimulus, because Bush had jacked
But
up.
he gave the stimulus to try to jumpstart the economy so people could go spend it. People didn't
held on to it.
They didn't spend it. They held on to it and paid their bills. That is true. People paid their bills. They didn't spend that money the way he wanted it to go.
I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna be done with it. When Trump got in the office, were we in deficit?
I'm not. Yeah. No. You missing what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying.
Did he not stimulate the country?
At some point he did, not with the stimulus package that he rolled out though. The purpose of that was to jumpstart the economy. It didn't work. It wasn't a bad idea, but it just didn't work because people at that point, black people were actually a little bit more responsible because Bush had jacked things up so bad. Folks was like, man, I don't need these shoes. They finna come get the house tomorrow.
Right.
And with this couple of thousand he gave me, I got to make this payment. So the money didn't go back into the economy the way he wanted to because it was so bad. Now, over the years, he was able to roll out some things and things got better. So people started spending again.
Mm-hmm.
So but what I'm saying is that the money wasn't the answer. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
The money didn't fix it.
Uh-huh.
Once we change people's minds, man, and we've talked about on this show, man, the problem with black folk when it comes to money, our mind state is just jacked up.
Right.
So once we get people to see
tragic spenders.
I have people, man. It's funny, man. I see people, and this is no joke. Like I had a person who contacted me for a photo shoot. Okay, $100 photo shoot is all I told him. $100. Now I see these people on Facebook flossing all the time. How much money they got? They getting that bag. They doing this. They never tell me they can't afford it.
You can't afford your photo shoot.
I'm like, what you mean? You can't afford it.
I can't afford your photo shoot, Jay.
But you buying all this. I'm seeing you buying all this other stuff, and I'm seeing you doing all this other stuff, but you can't afford that.
Mm-mm.
So that lets me know the little money you getting, you spending right out.
Mm.
You spending right out. That you can't even afford the $100 photo shoot.
Bad money management.
Terrible money management. And I'm not knocking nobody because that was me. Like, I was horrible with money, man.
Right.
Like if I could get my first wife on this show, she could tell you. Like, I couldn't, like, she used to tell me, listen, when you get paid, do not cash your check, come to the house, bring it home. Let's get, cause man, if I have cash in my pocket.
Do we really want to get your first wife on this show?
Say what now?
Do we really want to get your first wife on this show?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit her up. Yes.
Oh, my.
Yes. I ain't got no problem with that at all. She might tell y'all some things might be a little unfavorable, but that's okay. It's all in the past. It's in the past, brother. It's in the past. It's in the past. But yeah, I was horrible with money. Terrible. I mean, seriously. Like, I had bills to me were a joke. I didn't pay attention to a bill until the lights was off. Then I'm gonna pay attention to it. Then I'm gonna go to borrowing money from everybody to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was my mentality for real. The only thing I paid was rent. Bill and halfway paid that. I had no type of money management skills whatsoever. And I can't say I wasn't taught because my parents stretched a little and made it work. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say I wasn't taught. It was just that as I got older and started making money, you know, it just wasn't something. I mean, I didn't last at all, man. I went off to college. Yeah, I ain't even had my own spot for 6 months before stuff was getting cut off. And but I mean, like,
I ain't paying no bill.
brother, let me
So
tell you
guys,
something.
we have talked about a lot on this show.
We have gone from point to point to
Point to point. So guys, I'm gonna shut it down right here, y'all. We're like, okay. We're gonna have a lot to talk about on our next show. We're gonna really dig down into this address the president has given us.
Yeah, we're gonna get all the facts, man, and see what he said. I'm gonna holler at Pelosi, see if I can get her to come on.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna holler at her, man, see if I can get her to make a guest appearance for me.
And we're gonna talk about all these black people he had on this show. I mean, on this speech.
Woo, man. I'm talking about the first thing I saw when I clicked on it, man, was black folks scrolling across the screen. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, hold up. I know this is set up.
Right.
You already did. And you could see, and the killing part is you can see it. You could
right. They were strategically placed in the audience. So when that camera panned, you got some black folk in the midst of the Republicans. Like strategically placed, man. It's this whole political thing is a game, man.
It's a game.
There you go.
It's a game, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say I'm so sick of politics.
These people, man. I mean,
I'm sick of them. You can't get tired. You got to know what's going on. That's what I'm telling you. That's why the three black guys are here. We can't let y'all get tired. We got to keep y'all hip to the game. You got to keep
let
your eye
y'all get
open.
informed, man.
You got to be informed.
Politics are very important.
You know, hopefully, you know,
local politics is very important.
Local politics are very important.
But local politics ain't got Pelosi though. I gotta have my baby. Like I don't. You know,
if you don't quit talking about this saber-tooth tiger.
I gotta have my baby, man. Like I might just put her picture on the screen.
But you know though, can I say this though?
What?
What they're gonna be talking about tomorrow is what? The rip.
The rip up.
I mean, she had Trump tonight. She has done a Trump move.
So it was this right here last time.
She has sucked up all the air out of that whole speech with one move.
That's what I'm saying, man. I need a woman like that behind me, man.
That woman is classy.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't you have one at Area 51?
Say what now?
Don't you have a woman like that at Area 51?
Okay.
I don't have.
Say thank you for watching the Black Guy Show. You got one at Area 51, man.
Jesus. All right, y'all. We up out of here.
Mukbang.
See y'all.
You've been watching Three Black Guys Show. We'll see y'all on the next time. Make sure you hit subscribe, the like button, and the notification bell so you know when it drops. All right, y'all. Peace.
We'll see you.
Right there. Yeah.